everybody. Welcome back to another episode of
Let Us Sip.
It's your girl, Brittany.
It's your girl, Kaloni.
I don't even know where Sophy is right now, but I'm here.
On them titties.
We got titties in the building.
Shout out to the titties. And we also have some penis in the room.
So they say.
I don't think you got a belly button, boy. We got the good brother in the building. You are actually our first returning guest.
Happy to be here.
The fudge cake out of
A man of the people.
You are the man of the people.
Come on now. Somebody has to do it.
You're the conscious Mike.
Conscious Mike.
I don't think he's a conscious Mike, but that can be another topic for
Black
another day.
You're bad mouthing your guests. What kind of
sorry.
hospitality do y'all do
My
on the
bad.
show?
Yeah, well, you know we are not from the South, so it's definitely not Southern hospitality.
these are the facts.
You know how New York is. We'll compliment you on the back end.
Yeah, you guys buy food and like don't buy a drink.
For what?
Like New Yorkers. Like I've never seen a shit like that before. Like you don't want to wash it down with nothing.
It
I feel
might
like that's
not have
despicable
been in the
behavior.
budget. When you see a real
budget
nigga,
said-
when you see a real nigga order water with lemon, you know what the vibes are.
That's a fact.
All this money is for this food.
Exactly. Nah, but spending $18 on oxtail and not an extra $2.25 for a drink is fucking ridiculous.
You might want to spend an extra $2.25.
So because I see that from like New York women, I'm like, y'all nothing to be fucked with. So I understand.
it's all right.
Listen.
SMD, right? On that note,
Real
SMD.
New York women, all right?
So, you've been here, you've been around the world, and we didn't even properly introduce you. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Reek. I'm the good brother, the original black man, and I podcast and such, and I throw parties and I go
You're
on
the fucking
camera
man.
sometimes.
Come on.
I just do what needs to be done. Know what I mean? That's all it is. I'm just trying to keep
What
my
is your
gaslight off.
podcast called?
The Good Brother Experience.
Yes. Because
Y'all,
it'd be
about to
logic.
indulge in experience, guys.
It'd be the logic for me, because I'm like, I'm not gonna put you in the box with Kevin Samuels, but look at his face. It's Jackie. But it's logic. You be giving logic though, and I love the rants.
He been telling him to suck his dick lately too, Kevin Samuels. So we don't want to put him in that box.
No,
okay,
no,
listen.
you're not SMD.
Kevin said it was an abominable character. Like, do not put me in that box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't wear suits when it's 1,000 degrees on. I don't wear ascots and such. I mean, I'm just happy to be here in my black shirt. I got my own thoughts.
Yes.
I don't downplay women for ratings. Like, these are things I don't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate you, brother.
But what you gonna do
Right.
is you gonna play a game with us today.
Sure.
You sure? Is you ready?
Yeah, I'm not
I
scared
know
of this
you ready.
goddamn game.
Yeah.
Your rose gold laptop, what's going on?
It's the season. 'Tis the season. when I get a little bit more money, I'll go ahead and get the case. But we're working on that.
Hey, come on now. One step at a time.
Yeah, you had the crow before we walk. So we're gonna play a game called "I'm Curious to Know." You look like, and what may that be? All right. So basically, I'm gonna ask a question, and I just want to hear your answer. So I'm curious to know, how many serious relationships have you had?
One.
Just one?
Yeah, like serious, like one.
It wasn't that 16-year-old relationship that old niggas hate girls for in high school, right?
Nah, I didn't even like touch no real vagina until after high school. So that's out the question. I'm not the high school sweetheart guy. I'm a late bloomer.
Oh, it happens.
I love
Got my
that.
shit popped
That's
early.
what's up.
Yeah, I've had girlfriends, but those are like like just cornflake bitches. Like just very regular.
The cornflake.
Yeah, cornflakes. Yeah, I mean that's the most bland cereal that you can possibly think of. But one particular girl was like, I mean, that's the serious one.
So I'm curious to know,
Mhm.
do you think that sex on the first date ruins a long-term relationship with that person?
No. If you don't give me sex on the first date, on the contrary, I don't think I can take you serious. The fuck is the holdup?
So you gotta test
Right.
the car before you buy it?
It's not even that. It's like, all right, I can go from like genuinely getting to know you to like wanting to like finish my breakfast. If that's the situation, you know what I mean? Like, you want to play hard to get? Let me show you what like hard to get gets you.
But the yes, no hard to get, right?
You know what I'm saying? But if it's flowing and it's good money and then things happen, I'm like, all right, maybe I do want to know what kind of movies you like now. You know what I mean? As opposed to you putting the pussy in the back in the vault. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to go through some type of Zelda kind of adventure to fucking get the pussy. Like, for what? What is the whole
Right.
Like, Like, what is happening here? You know what
I mean, I definitely believe in testing the vehicle. And there's been a lot of relationships that have lasted for years, marriage and everything, off the first night, first fuck. So, I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, there was
Neither am I.
There was a sweet spot right before streaming got popping. But YouTube was popping, right? And niggas were still buying albums. And I was telling niggas like, yo, why is niggas paying for albums before they listen to it? And then I was called like a monster. I'm like, yo, fam, I don't buy sneakers without knowing what they look like.
I have to try more.
Come on now. So I will listen to that. I'm like, all right, maybe this nigga does deserve my $12.99. You know what I mean?
No, tell the truth.
Sam Rosa
It was about $15.99. Still, it was still expensive.
Yeah, those are dark days. I'm not gonna hold.
They
names,
were.
you know what I mean?
Remember the Virgin Music Store?
On 42nd Street?
Yes.
I remember every music store known to man.
Oh my gosh.
I'm 4,000 years old. Like I remember everything.
You
That
motherfucking
Virgin
too.
store, first of all, I remember like nostalgia of really standing in that store for hours listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Target guy. Like personally, I was a guy that got my shit at Target.
You see, for me,
With the curses. Not.
Yeah, I got it with the curses.
Oh, because I mean, Target had it, but I think Walmart wasn't with the shits.
Yeah,
Everything was clean.
Virgin, you get everything. You getting a full album.
I was doing some bootleg shit. Like all them stores still allows you to.
Was you a LimeWire girl?
No, I would do it and then I'll return it. Like I'll do it, I'll record it, I'll return it. That was just my thing. I always would be a bootlegging person.
Nah, I was LimeWire gang for real.
LimeWire.
Crashed my man's computer and all that.
If the computer didn't crash, you wasn't really on LimeWire.
Nigga didn't have. What the fuck I had to do?
Hours.
My best friend used to fix computers, so we used to fuck her computer up, and she'll fix it, and we back to downloading it. Yeah. She had what is it called? The actual PCs. She had a bunch of them shits in her house. We had to switch, reconfigure.
For the sake of branding, am I supposed to take this like off the table? Because y'all not getting paid by these people, or I don't want to like disobey any rules.
No, it's all right. It's up there because we're gonna pour it again.
No doubt.
Yeah, we gonna
Y'all better pay us.
This is just for if it gets low.
Yeah.
It's at good reach.
Speaking
Next
of
time
which,
we'll put some duct
you
tape
saying
on
low,
it.
I need a little bit of whatnot in my cup.
Oh,
The
what
game.
not?
The game. We have to stay focused.
It's okay because while you're pouring that, we'll do the sip of the week and we'll get back to the last question for the
I
game.
do it like they do it in France. I gotta hit him like this.
Oh shit, he's a wine of connoisseur.
Hold on, we got the wrong bottle. We got the wrong bottle.
Now.
We got the wrong bottle. Hold on,
So,
y'all.
if you guys are just listening to the show, this is the portion of the show where we do the sip of the week. We pick a word. When y'all hear the word throughout the conversation, you say it. All right? So this week's sip of the week is the word. Look at that.
Black opulence.
Come on now, you see that?
The sip of the week this week is the word selfish. We're going to say selfish, and y'all going to drink.
Baby,
I was just thinking about that song.
Oh my.
Shout out to Slum Village.
Right. So let's go ahead and practice, y'all. Selfish. You already sipped, but you should sip again, Soph. I seen you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having. I feel like I'm supposed to drink. Am I like not following the rules?
You not.
No,
You gotta sip.
Drink her down. Drink her down.
All
right. So the last question I have for you is, I'm curious to know, what does a healthy relationship look like to you?
One that consists of partnership and not one-upsmanship. That's like priority number one. You come into it with like prerequisites, and if you don't do this or else, then we're fucking doomed.
Yeah, you don't.
Because I go with or else. That's like my personality.
You hear the or else?
I go with or else. Like, all right, or else what? You can't whip my ass, so what's gonna happen? You gonna leave? Like,
bye, bitch.
fucking leave. I'm a dark skinned man with cheekbones. Like, I don't fucking need you. I fucking. What the fuck is going on here?
Not the clear skin. My
Like,
nigga
come on
said,
now, you see what's happening?
I'm good.
Come on, you see what's happening. So, I mean, it's whatever. But once like communication and shit like that, this is long as like we're communicating and we're on the same page. Then health is, a foot and all that kind of shit.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
I think they, like, men start to understand when they cross that threshold of 30, that communication can work in your favor.
You say that, right?
I'm hoping.
But that's, in my experience, that's not really the case.
Why?
Men are usually like pretty sound communicators. It's just if we're not saying things that you particularly don't want to hear, then all of a sudden things go awry. in my experience.
Listening.
You know what I mean? Because I'm expressing to you exactly what I'm thinking, but you're not retaining the information because I'm saying something that you're not really fucking with. So because I'm not saying what you want me to say, then all of a sudden I'm like this inept person that can't speak. And then I'm like, fam, I told you this already. You're like, no. But. And then once you hear the buts, you hear.
How you said it. That's
right.
That's what it was. That was the disconnect.
Oh, okay. So it's not what I'm actually saying to you. It's because I didn't move my shoulders when I was saying it.
It's how you said it. I ain't like how you said it.
If you realize we do everything but a whole layout when we trying to express our feelings.
Yo, let me just tell you a quick story. Then I don't want to like bogart y'all show. I just want to say a quick story to the three of y'all. Once upon a time, right, when I was young and spry.
Story.
You know what I mean? This before I was eating vegetables and such. Before I changed my life around.
Okay.
Know what I mean? I had some dealings with a young lady, right? And I made it like firmly clear. I was like, yo, listen, I'm not looking for a relationship. This is and that. If it builds to something, it builds to something. But for right now, it's not really my vibe right now. Like I got too much shit going on, right? Right? That's pretty clear, right?
Pretty clear.
That was clear.
Before a coochie was received, I'm not really looking for anything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I heard.
The vibe is the vibe when the vibe is the vibe, right? Things progress. And she told me, it's like, yeah, when you told me that you was looking for a relationship, I was like, all right, there's two kinds of guys. There's guys that look for relationships, but they just want to front like they don't. And then there's guys that's not looking for one. So the fact you really wasn't looking for a relationship the whole time that we were speaking really caught me off guard. Let me look at your fans.
Right.
I felt like I was in the fucking Twilight Zone. I was like, what?
How?
But this is what niggas deal with. This is what niggas deal with.
See, but that was the key words right there. If girls are looking for key words, when he said he got a lot going on means he is not trying to get in a relationship. Yeah.
No,
he's gonna fuck you.
Furthermore, I don't speak that cryptically. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking for a relationship. What do you want to do? Okay, it's fine. I like dandelions and pizza. And then exactly.
No.
But you know what we do? We be fronting. That's what it is. It be that awkward like, oh, me neither.
Right.
Until you fuck her.
We're fucking lying, okay? I'm gonna tell you one thing about women. We already know that we're gonna fuck you before we even waste our conversations, okay? So now that you're saying, I mean, whether you give it to me or not, like,
I don't give a fuck.
I really don't give a fuck because that's what you're really saying nicely.
Right.
We're like, oh, neither do I. We already thinking about fucking marriage. You thinking about kid.
We already changed our last name on the low.
Yeah,
fabric softener. Y'all love some fabric softener, boy.
Now we want to do your laundry. Fold it and all type of shit. But now that you just hit us with that fucking unvaluable information, ladies,
we're not gonna follow.
Because we've been there.
Am I fronting, bro?
I've been there.
No, I'm saying this man's head is shiny. This man has been in the same situation that I've been in. I know a shiny goatee man when I see one.
I had to ask that question to him too to make sure. Like, all right, bet we having a lot of fun.
Where are we?
He invited me to his house on numerous occasions, and he offered me a draw. So I'm like, wait a minute.
Babe, this is your husband?
Yes.
My man. Okay. I didn't put two and two together. All right.
Yeah. So I mean, he was like, well, because we started a relationship. We lived in 2 different states.
Right.
So I'm a hoe. I lived out my bag. All right. I lived out the whole bag, and I slept on a few couches. But shut up, Sophie. So like when we started to get into it in the relationship, like I asked first because I need to know. Like, what are we doing? Like, if we fucking, I'm cool with the, all right, we fucking, don't show me no more, no less.
Right.
But then we started to actually build a friendship. So he was just like, I'm enjoying what we doing, blase, blase. He was like, instead of you having to carry that bag, why don't you just leave some stuff here? I'm like, boy, don't get me started now. I'm going to leave my heart in the drawer. I'm going to leave my heart in the drawer.
Putting the fertilizer in the soil, you know what I'm saying? Trying to plant the seed. I see the boy.
But
Absolutely.
Then I was like, boop, boop, boop. Before I bring this stuff over, what are we doing?
Right.
So he was just like, we're friends, but I enjoy you a little bit more than a homeboy. So I'm like, all right, now I'm a friend with benefits. All right, but is this friends with benefits situation, is this an open situation or is it closed? And he's like, I don't like to share. I'm like, well, I'm an only child and I don't share well either. So if you closing only up my pussy, yes, you closing up my pussy, I'm sewing up the pee-pee hole. Mm-hmm. Because I don't like to share either.
Right.
And when you go out, guess who's going out too?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it worked out, surprisingly.
10 years later, look what's happening.
Right.
We got shiny heads and sharp goatees and such. Gold chains. You know what I'm saying?
And pinky rings.
I see what's happening.
Selfish.
Regalia, they refer to that as.
Selfish.
Right. So Sophie, what we talking about tonight?
We is talking about a couple of goddamn things. You wanna play it?
I could play a little bit. I'm gonna pull the old people shit. I do not own the rights to this video, but it was on Instagram, and I felt like we should share it because this was a definite topic. These motherfuckers. All right, so let's see how this works.
A man shouldn't be asking me for money. Like, don't you guys have like pride? Like, why are you asking a woman for money? Why are you asking her for her money? You know, like, I don't know. I will feel a little bit offended. I would be like...
As a dude, you are supposed to work your entire life. Your woman should not have to work. If she does have to work, it's considered she has to really work by dating you. Take care of your family, pay the bills, maintain your appearance, and never ask for nothing. Never expect no extra shit. Never ask for no money. Never ask for nothing. Now, look, in this world... we reward dogs for doing dumb shit, for sitting down. We reward, at your job. Do a good job, you get a raise. Like, in the culture we live in, when you do good, you get a reward.
All right, so you can go ahead and listen to the rest of it on your own.
So, now let me ask you a question, Reek.
My bad, I fucked it up.
Have you ever got rewarded for doing something good? As far as when you're interacting with a woman?
Oh, I thought you... Oh,
you.
No. It's not how life works, no. I never.
But women have push gifts. Let's just hold on to that.
You know, I heard that when you get engaged, that you're supposed to get like a big expensive ring and the guy's supposed to get a watch. Of course you never heard that.
No, I never
why
heard
would you?
that.
Because you're a woman. But, in the land of fairness, that's usually how it's supposed to happen. But, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be that wife that like tricks on my husband on a regular.
Look at
like
you.
I want him to be. I want to be iced out.
Right.
I don't want no little dull ass, ring that's like gold. Eventually, that should be like all scratched up. After like 10 years, I want them to see the bling from afar. The same way we want to see the bling.
Right.
Play your role, okay? Because if you see that big ass little rock and you still trying to finish,
that's gonna make them bitches pussy wetter. That don't mean that ain't no stop sign.
But that's fine because nowadays bitches is popping bitches in the head. Okay, all right.
That.
So be my guest.
So I want to know, how did you feel about hearing? What was your initial reaction when you heard the clip?
Are you introducing this like to the group, or are you asking me directly?
Yeah,
this is you. I was disgusted, but I want to hear your point of view.
I thought I listened to the clip earlier today, and it really made me think. Right, the last thing I want to do is I don't want to speak for like men on like a grand scale because I feel like that's unfair. Neither do I want to speak for women on a grand scale, but I just feel like layered thinking is like extinct because it's absence of vocabulary when you listen to shows like this. Right, it's like a man. Why would a man like if your preference is you don't like men doing that for you? Then that's what it should be. You don't like giving men money, but for you to try to like catapult that on men as the gender, like why would a man take a woman from money? Like you don't know everybody's situation. Some women like giving money, like you just said. Some women like to trick. You know what I mean? Some women don't like the trick. Some women are selfish. Some women it's 50-50. You buy me a gift, Hammurabi's cold. You buy me a gift, I'll buy you a gift. But to put it on like the gender, like niggas is supposed to do this. When if this nigga was to flip him, like yo fam, if you can't make flapjacks, then bitches is useless. You niggas will go up. The internet will be in flames. So I just feel
point out our flaws.
You know what I
She
mean?
probably asked a few guys that she dated on a couple occasions, "Can I get some money?"
I just feel the word preference needs to be put into like the diaspora as far as podcasting, content creation, dating, whatever. I prefer not to give niggas money. Then I can look at you as an isolated situation like, all right, you're not for me. You like niggas to give you money. I'm not going to give you all my money. You'll find a nigga who will. I move accordingly. But just to place it on all men like, you're less of a man if you ask me to buy you a sandwich. You're less of a man. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, fam. So that's like my synopsis on the whole situation.
She sounded so stupid. I think she
Very
let us
shallow.
down.
Yeah, preference. It's all about preference. Shallowness is everybody's shallow. You're shallow. We're all shallow in here.
I
you know
would
what I'm
never
saying?
let my man feel shallow, like if he can't buy me a Birkin.
But that's you.
You know what I mean?
But that's
you
your
can,
preference.
If you can supply the household, if you could do everything else, but like, okay, we can't go on our date on a jet on a Thursday. I'm not going to make my man feel less than, because there's a lot of women that make their man feel less than because they looking on Instagram. Oh, why can't you do this? Or why can't I, have a man that does this? Or you cheat on your man with a man that has that bag and now you're just a side bitch.
They get
You're not-
AIDS like
you
that
know
Tyler
what I mean?
Perry movie.
Yes,
What's that Tyler Perry movie?
Temptation.
Yes.
Get that bitch some AIDS. Take that. You know what I'm saying?
that.
Fuck out of here, son. Take some of this AIDS, bitch. You was fucking too much dip on your chip. Facts. Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Selfish.
You know what I mean? If you don't like a nigga for his personality, you go for the fucking
Yo, I
bullshit,
cannot-
you get AIDS. That's how it goes.
I cannot watch that movie with my husband because he'd be like, good for that bitch.
Facts.
This fucking
I was
foul
like this. I put
bitch.
both of my fists in there like, let's go.
That's the
I mean,
ultimate get back.
Come on, now. Artificiality leads to AIDS. You know what I mean? Teach that to your children.
Shit.
Listen.
What happened, Sophie?
Karma leads you to AIDS. Okay?
Right. What was the word selfish? Go ahead. I can't.
I'm just sipping. I'm just like, wow.
Shout out to AIDS, by the way.
And his counterparts and affiliates.
Shout out
And
to
do
AIDS
not
and the
try to do
counterparts
him
and
how they
affiliates.
did the baby. Stop.
Okay.
I'm
No, that
sick
don't
of
got
it.
nothing to do with it.
I'm sick of
Yeah,
it.
man.
No, we're not going to touch
He
that.
just said one word, y'all.
Nope.
Okay, so how do you feel about the 50-50 everything?
It's all like me or like
You.
who am I? Okay.
You.
I just like to really specify like what you're asking me here. All right. I feel like it's cool if that's like the dynamic of the relationship. You know what I mean? I don't,
If you was in a relationship, are you okay with your woman doing 50-50 with you? Or like as far as rent or like with everything?
if that's the vibes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna speak candidly
ahead.
Go
On the
ahead.
letters-
Go ahead, brother.
on the Let Us
your
Sit
shit,
podcast, right? I'm gonna speak openly, right?
Yes.
And selfishly. Go ahead.
And you
Fix
know what?
it.
If this clip, might go viral, because I know you guys piece clips together, whatever have you. If you guys utilize this clip and I receive vitriol for this, and I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Stand on them.
I believe if I'm financially doing everything, then there's no way I can look at you as equal. I look at you as something that I own. I own my car. I own my sneakers. I own my food. If I have a child, this is my child, right? This is me. This is Reek. You know what I mean? So the only way I won't look like I own you is if we speak about it. Like, all right, so what's going to be the vibes? And you know what? Based on what's going on, we're trying to have kids, trying to build foundation. It would be better if you just play the crib. I'm going to handle the bills and shit like that. But you just handled, know what I mean? You're way better at interior decoration than me. Know what I mean? I feel like you're a better decision maker than me. I'm just in a space where I just make some bread. This is what we're doing for our relationship. Then I respect you as an equal. But when you come to me with like prerequisites, anything that comes with prerequisites, you own it. When you go get a car, when you go get a house, when you go get anything in life, once you see that you're qualified for it and you can see that you can get it and you can attain it, it's now yours. So why would I look at you as an equal if I own you?
So I have a question before you go deep, because I mean, you spoke your feelings.
Right.
So prerequisite for you would be something that she demands that you do for her? Do you mean by that, like, say for instance, since you're the breadwinner,
Right.
do you mean if she says to you, well, get my hair done, get my nails done, or something like that, is that considered a prerequisite for you?
Here's why I'm single. Right.
Is that ownership to you though?
Here's why I'm single.
Okay.
Right? That's fair. What you're asking is fair, right? But once you remove like the individuality out of it, and like, I need a man to do this for me for more to be his girl.
Okay.
Then you're open for like anybody that'll do this for you. So you don't really like me. You just think that I'm funny mildly, but just as long as I attain you and I upkeep you,
Do
then
what
you'll
you
stay
want.
around. So why would I fuck with you in any capacity when you're already telling me things that a nigga needs to do to
But she's
maintain you?
allowing herself to be owned at that standpoint, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Like,
Okay.
I need my hair done. I need my nails done. I need shoes. I need this. And I'm looking at you as an expense. In my 30s, right? I feel like there's like a stark difference between like being invaluable and like being like a nuisance. And women don't be invaluable. Only because if you're offering me vagina, your vagina, in the grand scheme of things, is probably not better than the vagina that I've gotten before. I actually have to like you. But we coming through like, all right, if you want to get serious, nigga, you see these nails, cuticles and such, hair, my eyelids, eyebrows, you know what I mean?
But that's how they introduce
You gotta
itself
upkeep that
into
to
the
have me. I'm like,
relationship.
all right, then I'm good.
Right. They're introducing themselves that way, so you can't be mad if he looks at you as a
Fam,
bill.
oil changes is $30, bro, and I own that car outside. Like, you know what I mean? This is what it is. Like, I don't need,
Maintenance.
this type of vibes that I'm on. So it's like, I'm not the trick man.
But do you not understand that even with all that being said, you guys are the ones that put down that whole platform for it all. It didn't
Right.
just stem from nobody. And ain't a bitch in the world that just came out somebody pussy and was like, I expect the world. No. She done fucked with some nigga and he done said, okay, this is what you need to have to done. Your nails is going to be how much? 200. Your hair is going to be how much? 300. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So what it is all you have to do is blame your gender. It ain't us.
So in two parts, I'll almost cut you off. This is your show.
Yeah.
I'll
No,
play
no,
the
no,
back.
no, no, no,
What
no.
are you
Because
about
I was
to
going to say, listen, I don't have a problem if a man is paying attention. Now, the reason why I say that is because I pay for my own nails. I pay for my own toes every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Pay for my hair before I met you. You know what I mean? So I feel like the same way if I be like, okay, if I'm paying attention, I know that every Friday you get your hair cut. I'm like, you know what, babe? I already sent you the money. I left the money. I had to leave out. But the $20 or $40, whatever, is on the counter. I expect you to do the same thing. If you know that, all right, by next Saturday, she probably making her appointment. Let me just leave the money on the counter real quick. I shouldn't have to ask. The same way I feel like a man should have to ask his lady here and there. If you're paying attention, and I know that this is something he's going to do at the end of the day by himself, it's just nice to do it.
That
it shouldn't be a requirement. It's just be nice to do it.
That deals with me being daddy.
Oh.
Right?
Talk your shit, daddy.
Selfish.
Talk
Here
your
we
shit,
go.
daddy.
Zaddy on the mic.
But that's just dealt. I just want you to pay attention to whatever.
Listen, you know that Sophie get her hair done, every few weeks. Baby, I know that you spent about $300. There you go right there. It's just good to be. My whole thing is, what the hell are we in a relationship for if I can't make your life better, you can't make my life better?
Right.
I don't want to go through hell.
Reciprocity.
And you're with
Right.
me.
But you have
Reciprocity.
to pay attention to whoever it is your partner is at that particular time. It's like I said, me, daddy is like a bigger scheme of daddy. It has nothing to do with me doing whatever it is that I do. Daddy
Selfish.
type of time. No, it's like, when is it that males interact with their father and shit like that? It's like they think from 18 years old and going forward, they don't have to school them to the game. Yes, you do.
You do.
You do.
Especially after the 18.
That's
a lot
me.
Of shit happen
like,
after the 18.
But they think like I raised you and now is it I'm done. That's the way it is at my daddy. Do I want to be daddy at that particular time? Absolutely not. But that's what it is. But me, daddy, I'll get some people haircuts done. If it is just you saying that, but I want the same thing reciprocated to me. But what it is that I've realized in life with me having a couple of dollars is that once it is that a nigga see that you have it, they're done. Like
you gotta be my nigga though.
You can get your own nails done. They might send it to you over the 1 time and 2 time. They be like, yo, she got enough money to get her shit done. I ain't gonna pay for her shit. I've never in life.
I can't fuck with niggas like that.
Ever.
Because I'm going to tell you that they toxic. And it can't be 2 toxic people in a relationship. Okay? I'm not dealing with that. Because if you see that I'm spending, all right, let's talk about it. Hair, nails, just to go on a vacation alone. You spending some motherfucking money before you even go on a plane.
We spent all our money before.
Yes. So, like, I'm the type that I won't ask you for nothing. But if you see that I'm spending everything and you're dropping me off to the plane and you're not normally offering nothing.
Well, y'all not in a relationship because...
No, I'm talking about my man. I'm talking about my man.
Okay? I don't even have to deal with my man.
No, that right there should have to be an ask or a question or something like that. I mean, if you love me the same way I love you, if I'm going to cook how I cook for myself, I'm going to cook for you too. It just be certain thing that's just nice.
But that goes into love languages.
Your love language. You got to know your spouse.
It's not that. We don't have to be in a relationship. If it is that I see that you need something to be done, I'm going to do it.
See, possibly I'm toxic,
that's me being daddy.
I'm
but
toxic.
if it is that I see it is, and I will hope the same thing is going to get reciprocated back to me. And
right.
You have to do nothing with us being in a relationship.
You quiet, Reek.
And
nah, I mean, y'all are cooking. This is y'all show. I'm here.
Okay, so Reek, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So if this is a female that you probably had sex with in the past, right?
Okay.
But y'all are still cool on a regular basis. Now, you're texting her. She's on vacation. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And now if she says, all right, I'm going to dinner tonight. Can I get a few dollars? But you know this is not your female. Y'all still cool on a regular. Are you sending her some dollars?
There's variables that you're not like putting into the question. And no, I'm being serious. I'm not trying to throw up the question at all.
Yeah.
Because it's like this.
Are you going to look at it like, who the fuck does she think she is? Or is going to be like, all right, sure, I got you.
Where's she going?
Personality counts. If we have that rapport to where we're like, you know what, I fuck with Shorty on a real level. Like outside of like.
You know her for years. Whatever. It wasn't like just real
like,
quick.
Listen, bro, I'm in a little bit of a rut. This dinner was like a little bit more expensive than I could have. Can you just throw me some bread? If I got it, then sure. But she was like, listen, I'm out here. Can you like, whoa, we don't even have that kind of relationship. It all depends on like context.
On the relationship that you have with that person,
with her, everything is like very curtailed to like who you are as a person. Because that's how I view people. I treat you like how I see you, which is probably like a flaw of mine. But if I feel like you're an idiot, then I treat you like an idiot. If I view you, I view you as an intellectual, I treat you like an intellectual. If I view you as like some bitch, I treat you like some bitch. If I view you as somebody with some substance, I treat you as such.
You're transparent.
I'm like super transparent. You know what I mean? Because I'm not afraid of like awkward moments. Mm-hmm. So if I have like any type of like riff with you, then I'll speak to you very directly. Mm-hmm. I'll FaceTime you even if I have to. I'll look you directly in the eye and I'll tell you what's going on. This is just how I am. I can't speak for like men because I know how it goes. It's very much so. I'm just about the content industry in general. Everything is very like gender specific. Mm-hmm. Men will do this. I'm just talking about how Reek gets it up. You know what I mean? Reek looks you in your eye and tells you exactly what's going on in his head. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Just the word awkward alone, like I had to realize as like an adult now, like that shit is really a thing. Like I didn't know that me talking to you, looking in your eyes, can make somebody feel a little awkward. You know what I mean? Or like, or just talking about a situation that happened right then and there, not like weeks later. That this is an awkward conversation that we're having.
So this is what usually happens, right? You'll say me and you are dealing with each other, right? You're doing things that I deem as unsavory, right? But I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just tuck it. That's not my girl. It's all love. She's gonna do what she's doing. I'm doing what I'm doing anyway. You keep doing things. Now things are compounding. Now that's shaping my view of you, which is gonna shape how I treat you. Right. As opposed to if I feel like you're doing something that I'm not fucking with, you dress it right then and there. You look you directly in your face. And then we speak about it.
We got to normalize that.
That's how I do things. Now, I mean, if you're doing something I'm not fucking with, I'm going to talk to you very directly. Mm-hmm. That's usually not the case.
I think that's healthy communication, though.
You know what you would think? You would think.
You would think that,
it's not the case, though.
When people, like, are very direct, it's kind of like, oh, my God, who the fuck does she think she is? She's just, like, making me feel awkward. Right. But I feel like, why would I wait? I get offended when we got to wait till a whole argument to see how you really felt.
Right. There's two things, though.
You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of people are incapable of, like, expressing what they feel. And a lot of people, low-key, are, like, scared of confrontation. I'm none of the above. I'm not scared of anybody. And I'm very good at, like, expressing how I feel. So I might be, like, you know, the 5%ers that can do such.
She almost done.
Selfish.
She almost done. Selfish. Like, hold on to that last sip.
All right. So here we are. As a nightcap, it is that we do for everybody.
Are we done?
Hallelujah, Lord.
Yes.
We're finished? That was quick. All right, cool.
I know.
So it's a nightcap of what it is that we do.
So basically the nightcap, we go ahead and sum up just our overall feelings about relationships and situations. Mm-hmm. So
I'm sorry for being rude, but you know I might have to pay for additional parking. So
no problem. For my nightcap, I would say basically as far as partners, I know I said it before, treat others the way you would want to be treated. And especially with homegirl looking at a man and like you said, basically grouping all people into one, be more transparent with how you feel. Like you said, I'm not doing this.
Yes.
That'll make life a whole lot easier.
We need that in the community. I'm not doing this.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So that's my thing. Be more clear and transparent in how you speak and want to communicate to others.
All right. Mine is communication is key. Whether you're in a relationship or not, or if you're on the way to getting into a relationship, it's very important to set your deal breakers so you already know what you're getting into prior to a heartbreak. You know, if you already know that, okay, this is something I can handle, or this is not really a deal breaker for me. This is shit I can manage, then work it out. You know, and give people a chance, you know, like for the young lady who felt how she felt, you know, everybody's opinion is important, but it is a lot of women who is willing to meet a man halfway. Kings, meet your queen. Okay, because in the Bible, it did say that your husband will find you. You're not going to find your husband, lady. So stop going out there trying to bag niggas. Let them figure you out, all right? That's all I have.
Selfish. Go ahead.
Selfish.
For me, particularly is like the same whole ordeal. It's like it's certain things for me that I wouldn't tap into if you not my nigga like that. So maybe it is I could have been your blessing. I don't fucking know, but I would not tap into that side of it without you being my nigga.
Right.
Like don't stop it is what it is that you're doing because whatever you have going on. Don't do no shit like that. Y'all should build together.
Bitch, don't block your blessing.
Period.
You got any final words for us, Reek?
I just tell the truth. Like as I've gotten older, yeah, I don't know if I'm being redundant or repetitive, but like I really want to drive this point home. Like telling the truth really feels good because you know where you stand with people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because in my experience, you know, I mean, I have homeboys as we all do, whatever have you. It's like niggas utilize manipulation for their advantage. Or like, nigga, why would you tell that bitch the truth? Just do what you gotta do, say what you gotta say, get in, get out. And that's like not my style. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It's come to a situation to where like women that I've dealt with in my past, whatever, I'm like still relatively cool with because I was never like a manipulator or a liar. Which I feel like I take honor and character like very, very fucking seriously. You know what I'm saying? You can never paint me as a liar or a manipulator. So, you know, just stop manipulating bitches for the pussy and stop fucking, you know what I mean? Doing all this unsavory shit just to get some ass and just tell the truth. And the ones that are with it will find you. Ones that aren't with it will repel from you. And then, I mean,
you
so on
have
and so
a straighter
forth.
path.
Hallelujah, Lord.
Right. And she saved a little bit, so let's go ahead. Let's cheers to this before she drink it.
Yes,
Selfish.
sir.
Yes, sir. And we thank y'all for joining us. And we will see y'all next week on another episode of
Let Us Sip.
Thank you for listening to Let Us Sip. Please remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. And if you like what you heard, leave us a comment. If you feel like we can do better, leave us a comment too. But be respectful. We read everything and only want to grow. So thanks again for your love and support, and we will see you next week.